They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes.
A new day, a new event. Old actors meet new ones, and a fresh twist adds up to the old subplot. Something unexpected blows up under the sun. But when the elephants fight, watching it all unfold right here in the Situation Room. Here, we bring together the main actors to the Situation Room with 괏ɔ̀kpɛ̀yɛmí every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5.
That's why again say there, the eyes have it.
Oga Police, no worry to harass that young man because he is properly dressed and you think he's a Yahoo boy. You don't even have to assault that citizen whom you bought with your own money 5 years ago. It's no news that the government has not done enough by you. We feel your pain and we wish things could be different as we continue to call on government to wake up to their responsibilities. We want the police to be our friends, just as it is boldly stated across the various police stations nationwide. And from
undermines human dignity. With approximately 47 million people practicing open defecation nationwide, Nigeria look grim. The overriding effect in itself can be terrible to our general well-being. In that light, we from mainland 98.3 hygiene are not defecate.
What about all the things that you said we were to...
Hello there. Ribs of trouble, knowing what to do and who to call can make all the difference in case of danger or you see something suspicious. What do you do? Not breathing or having a medical emergency. What then do you do? Simple. Reach out to the appropriate personnel by calling the emergency or 767. Now here is what to do when you call. Stay calm and speak clearly. Describe the emergency, give your exact location, give your name and phone you're told to. And very importantly, do not misuse everyone. Remember the number. Remember, call 7, the sound of Lagos. Stay alert, stay.
The president must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes.
A new day, a new event. Old actors meet new ones. And the grass suffers and the ground shakes. We are always plugged in, watching it all unfold right here in the Situation Room. Here, we bring together the main actors to take their turns on pressing issues every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on your super dial.
Are well equipped and where every community enjoys clean water and good roads. That future is possible, but only if we use our votes wisely.
Sadly, some people are ready to exchange their votes for money, food, or empty promises, and some politicians are ready to buy them. But ask yourself, after the money is spent, after the food is gone, what remains? 5, maybe 10 years of suffering under bad leadership.
Is your child's education worth just a small gift? Is your community's progress worth only a bag of rice or a few naira? No, it is worth much more.
When you keep your votes, when you cast it freely and wisely, you protect your deeds are accountable to you.
Your right and your responsibility.
Just do it.
Well, amidst the drama and quite a lot of issues going on across the world, of course in Africa, is constant. All the ambassadors, from reports that the ambassadorial nominees for easy passage. Let's hope that the next couple of days, a country with about 230 million people, a country that has millions of its citizens scattered across the world, from UK to US, from Canada to Germany, from Australia to Namibia, from Zambia to South Africa, from bilateral trades and investment and all of that. And for about 3 years, we don't have ambassadors. It's been a whole lot of issues, and it's something that I've also focused on this show. Almost on monthly basis, what I have is God. You should know that no matter how many countries he visits in a week, in a month, in a year, don't have embassies. There are staff within the embassy, the face and the voice of a bilateral relationship, and he leaves. There had to be someone to follow up all of those things. If the president, when he leaves China, somebody should be there to represent us, would always do. So imagine all of the fallout of fighting against Christian genocide in Nigeria, and then we have a Nigerian ambassador to the US. There will be a lot of diplomatic meetings and conversation that will be going on by now. Earlier today, to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the climate change. So I understand that we'll have to keep the house in order, but again, there's so much about our foreign relations at this moment. The alliances of countries around the world is being checked. Is it about the UN? Is it the EU? Is it the IMF moment? I mean, you look at the war going on between Russia and Ukraine. You look at what is going on between Israel and the Gaza Strip. You look at, Buhari, on his the inaugural speech when he was sworn in, and he says, "Hey, I belong to nobody here, and I'm representing the interest of my country." However, international diplomat, are you with Russia or you are with Brazil? Are you for BRICS or you are for the UN? These are the alliances that have been constantly checked. So international diplomacy is going away from the regular, just sit down there, the president make a call, you have a 5-minute conversation with the president of a nation, and you assume that things are being done. You need to have your voice resident in any country where you have your interest, and then your alignment must continually be protected. And that's why we continue to call President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to accelerate the appointment welfare of Nigerians, the interest of Nigerians, the business interest of Nigerians, the human right of Nigerians in all of these countries must be protected. Matter of urgency to speed up the appointment of ambassadors. The China, the largest black nation, how we think we should be governed. The important thing is that we have a democracy, the 6th largest democracy in the world. We're a big player within the oil producing states. At the moment, we have arguably one of the biggest refineries in the world, even though it's that is being manufactured that don't factor in the Nigerian market. Automobile, electronics, clothes, gadgets, kitchen utensils. Every of these countries, they know that their principal market is Nigeria, because 230 million people. Tomorrow, the Nigerians of our foreign relations at the moment, the presidents are also doing their best. I watched one of the spokesperson of Mr. President, Daniel Bwala, 24-48 hours, trying to clean all of these image and make them understand that it's just a propaganda. It's an agenda that is probably being funded or being sponsored, having issues within security. And very recently, the president also insulting to say they were sacked. I mean, these are men that have put their lives on the line to rise to the top, and the penal. Obviously, we're told to thank you for your service. I saw the letter that the president wrote, to congratulate them. You've done your best. Let other this conversation, just like I said, the diplomacy, foreign relations is being on that check. So, in the last 1 month as well on the show, we've had to cover, the election in Cameroon, the election in Tanzania, the election in Ivory Coast. From the election, at the end of the day, the Electoral Counting Council of Cameroon eventually declared God sparing his life. He will be 99 years old, and that's if he doesn't choose to run for another presidency. By the way, President Bobia became the president and their issues, but we're going to be making a quick visit to We have a governor from one of the regions of the country that will be joining us on the show today to explore the Nigeria-Namibia relationship, as in Uganda, in Ivory Coast, in Tanzania, in Cameroon. We'll also use this platform to talk about the big issues and more. But hey, I have a soundbite from the Chief of Defense Staff, General. You're welcome to the Situation Room on Mainland 98.3 FM every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30. 90 straight minutes of conversation around politics, policies of government, leadership, accountability within the public space, and everything. You come back, I will get straight up into the conversation. Stick around.
Shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes.
A new day, a new event. Old actors meet new ones, and a fresh twist adds up to the old subplot. Something unexpected blows up under the sun. But when the elephants fight and the grass suffers and the ground shakes, we are always plugged in, watching it all unfold right here in the Situation Room. Here, we bring together the main actors to take their turns on pressing issues, dissecting events as they unfold across every sector of human concerns. Stay tuned to the Situation Room with ᴏᴜᴛᴇ every Monday to Friday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on your super dial, Mainland 98.3 FM. The Situation Room. We are always watching.
That's why again say there, the eyes have it.
There are no Christians being persecuted in Nigeria. Well, we are facing insecurity, especially terrorism, and it's something that's been affecting Nigeria for quite some time. But as a group talking about security heads, we've been doing our very best to checkmate this act of terrorism within the space of Nigeria. And you will recall recently, that's just last week, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Tᴡɪᴛᴛᴇʀ recalibrated the security architecture by bringing on board officers of proven integrity who are seasoned in asymmetric warfare. Add impetus to our operations. I want to assure Nigerians going forward that we don't add more to what we're doing, add more impetus to our operations, and ensure that we checkmate this act of terrorism within Nigeria. And you know very well that terrorism is a global issue, it's a global problem. There are several countries that are challenged in that respect, and it calls for collective effort. So if we have countries out there who are ready to support Nigeria, we are ready to have them to help us checkmate the act of terrorism within the space of Nigeria. So we welcome everybody to support. That's my message. Thank you. There are no Christians being persecuted in
Thank you very much. Well, that was the voice of the Chief of Defense Staff, Charles Ford, to be able to hype out all of those that have chosen to raise arm against the nation. He's also saying that the president changing the service chief means that he expects more, and they've also been charged to make sure that the job is well spelled out, and we're hoping the 4 of the United Nations Charter, to which both Nigeria and the USA are signatories to, does not expect any country to irrationally invade any other country. What it means is that it prohibits threats and the use of the same force against the rational integrity and political independence of terms of self-defense. So for anyone to wake up and assume that the United States can just mobilize soldiers and they'll come start. By the way, Nigeria is not a Christian state, neither is it a Muslim state. Nigeria is a secular state and I respect every single religion that is being practiced in this country. Exactly. So nobody's interest to perceive any other person's interest and then no country can just barge into another country in the name of trying to combat or claims binding on all of the member states, including Nigeria and the US. So let us keep our minds at rest. Nobody's invading anywhere. If there are going to be help, it's going to be formal, it's going to be the Nigerian state requesting for mercenaries struggling with. It sometimes come in different formats. You can sell weapons to us. Remember the entire sell weapons to the former president under Goodluck Jonathan, and maybe those were released during the last administration where we're having to deal with bandits. You look at it to Kano Jet, can they really function in rocky and hilly areas where it really dominates some of the south, some of the northeast and northwestern states? So these are the issues that have been looked into. But the most important thing is that, like I said yesterday, and I'm repeating today, as long as the Article 2, Section 4 of the UN Charter is binding on Nigeria and the US cannot invade this country. I feel cool, or some highly placed military officers being arrested because of these allegations, and also fresh from the fact that out of the blues, the service chief were changed just all of a sudden, as against what we used to have, where we had service chiefs. Some of them spent 5 years, 4 years, 6 years in office during the previous administration. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu just woke up and then said, you know what, at the moment, so the chief of this rest, chief of that rest, you come up, let's have some a little bit of restructuring. And yesterday, all of the 4 service chiefs had a closed door meeting with the National Security Advisor, Malam Ribadu, in Abuja yesterday. And it was the aftermath of that meeting that the Chief of Defense Staff, General Olufemi Oluyede, addressed the press. From the soundbite I just played, he admitted that we've got problems that we're dealing with, security problems that we're dealing with, but we are not dealing with ethnic genocide or religious genocide, specifically targeted towards the Christians. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully we can get things sorted. But again, we also need to look at it from this perspective. When you don't do the right thing as a country, and even the Constitution of Nigeria 1999 as amended made it very clear that the principal response and the welfare of the people, irrespective of safety and the welfare of the people, is the priority of every government. And so when you look at events and then you wake up every day, you read through the pages of the newspaper, so people have been killed in Plateau, this and this in Borno, this and this in Benue, and it looks like it's going on unchecked. It looks like the government is helping. They call the bluff of the government. There are times I want to post video of 5 minutes on maybe my YouTube page, for instance, and it's a problem. It's a whole lot of problem. You have to go through so many steps of verification before the video is accepted, and then you just pick your phone randomly. Some that they've collected, motorbikes, somebody called a politician some very funny name, maybe unprintable names for it. That it's so easy for you to track people on social media, and then you can't track bandits that are posting videos and narratives. And then you look at how some of these attacks are going on. The service chiefs really working in coordination. Do they get intelligence? Do they share this intelligence? Like, oh, how did we get here? How did we get to the point where non-state actors are, raising farmers before they can go to their farms? And you ask yourself, the worst of it is coming out openly to even grant interviews after peace deals. And I'm like, how did we get to this point? So, they have heroes in their midst. It begs a lot of questions. You also look at the reintegration program of the government, and then you also have from Zamfara to Kaduna, from Plateau to Maiduguri, from Sokoto to Katsina. There are hundreds of IDP camps scattered everywhere. From Niger to Chad to Cameroon, there are Nigerians scattered across those IDP camps. And then you ask yourself, the people that drove them into those IDP camps, the people that made them internally displaced people in the society, and the people feeling the consequences of their criminality are languishing in IDP camps, and maybe looking for non-kinetic means of conflict resolution. as a student of conflict management myself, I understand the role of the non-kinetic overnight, and then you attack my village, you burn my house, you kill my father and my mother, and then I escaped in the night to an IDP camp, and 6 months later, I see that you've been reintegrated into the society, and I'm still suffering in the IDP camp. I'm going to feel cheated, right? That's an absolute level of injustice. So there has to be a balance on what Nigerians are feeling and how we also bring in social justice into the conversation. So our issues are simple enough. Just do the things. And I've always said it. I'm not a security expert. I'm just someone that, just read basic things. But I would have forgiveness as means of non-kinetic means of conflict management in another person that is causing me pain. Perhaps in the process of the attacks within 90 days or 6 months, the attacked, the victim, I'm still suffering in IDP camps. I've been unfortunately privileged to visit a couple of IDP camps in this country. From the one in Angu, rather be captured as a modern slave than to live in an IDP camp in Nigeria. That is how deplorable the situation of those IDP camps are. In case you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm talking about full-grown human beings, ladies, young girls, that they would even write not to be sold on those IDP. It is open defecation. There are no toilets. Nigerians into these IDP camps. I think these are the issues that the government needs to look into. It's okay to fight the narrative of maybe Christians want to come and fight Christian genocide in the country. They've got agenda. But it is okay for the handlers of the information of the president to push back those agendas. But in the process of pushing back those agendas, you also need to sit back and say, wait a minute. Are non-state actors holding sway in the country? Absolutely, yes. Known criminals, known bandits, are they coming out openly? Have been declared that even the defense headquarters had placed ransom on them, are coming in arms against the state and are the ones still initiating peace deals. Peace deal in what capacity exactly? But the narratives from the agenda, wherever it's coming in from, but it's also a moment for us to sit back and ask us, trillions of taxpayers' monies are also gone into fighting this insurgency. Have we really won the battle? We've used both the kinetic and the non-kinetic, combative and whatever it is. Unfortunately, so the only non-southern president that we've had in this country, both of them have come from Katsina. Exactly. From 1999 till now, we've had Olusegun Obasanjo, a southwesterner. Late Yaradua from Katsina, far from him, is also from the same Katsina state. But unfortunately, Katsina state is one of the hotbed of insecurity in this country, alongside Zamfara and a few other countries. So what have we done? So let us push back there, just the religion issues alone. People are getting killed. Muslims are getting killed. We need to sit ourselves down and say, listen, there are issues that we need to genuinely deal with. Put away all of these politics. Put away principal responsibility as dictated by the constitution of the country that says that the safety and the welfare of the people is your priority. If you failed in all of those, to hell with whatever hospital you're building, to hell with whatever public infrastructure you're building. If the people don't feel safe, then you failed as a government. And that's the truth we didn't tell us. A couple of calls. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
I think I concur and support your thought. All what you said are truth. I think I concur with you and I align my thought with you. I concur with that you fail to secure the people that will be making use of that information. So I think I support, in fact, I don't even support the thought of America. I have a lot of Babalawo. In my family, I have Christian, even in my mother and father side, a lot of them, and they are my family. Will not be seeing America. I will not support America. Is leave us and give us community and state.
10th of July 2024.
Yeah, true. You're almost killed. You're almost killed. Now tell me, where is safe in this world?
Thank you very much, government. You've got to keep your people safe. Their safety and welfare into a country that you cannot even guarantee the safety of their investment. It looks like an irony to me. So you're telling me that I should be in Zamfara, I can't do anything. So we've got.
Good evening, Mr.
You're welcome.
Yeah. When we start from,
your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Olaiwola.
Okay.
But the reality is here. I am a precisely. And if you go to the judge, I'm not supposed to be a Christian, but the situation occurred and I lost my friend too because I become a Christian. So that one does not mean that me, I cannot even talk to my dad. The way the Islam practicing their own life. I am a Christian. I grew up in Benue State. I become a Christian. This is the way we are talking about. And it's not like that. Become a Christian and they are the Muslim. Cannot have a promotion. That is it.
And because I have much friends, but the few I have, I think top 3, my closest friend is actually a Muslim, a practicing. In fact, his best man when he got married. So it's when I look at how people label each other along religious line, I feel objects. And in fact, a lot of us here will probably not even practice religion. We're practicing to Islam. Why do people convert from Islam to Christianity? Exactly. A lot of us will have chosen a different name. Hello. I'm struggling to hear you. I appreciate if you can call back. 0913 Peter Osifo.
Yes. How are you today? I'm listening to you. The situation.
Disagree with you on that. And yes, this is a democracy we have. Yes. Same that I'm super proud of. Yes, maybe we're not getting the right indices as
take it as part of politicking, and that is why the thing has generated to this level. And with reality, the issue of talking about American invasion, not particularly they want to take over the Nigerian government. It's just like they say they want to come and fight these non-state actors, these terrorist journalists. No, it's all about these people that unleash menace that causes this problem, to pick them out, because they knew they're having discussion and negotiation with our government, which ought not so to be. These are the people that keep, just like as you say in your previous from onset, these are people that have many questions to answer. You must have, at this stage, you are not compensating and negotiating. That is why I say until government, all this deception problem will not come in. I mean, in the first.
Hello, I've been trying to look for another country. The government owes off the office. They should get it off the office and let the right people get into office. Thank you very much for today's show. This is Stephen from Ikorodu. Thank you very much. Okay, to kill anybody or protect anybody selectively, we should stop this killing. That's Bamidele from Eggs I Can Pick. Hello, good evening. Hello. Welcome.
The man you call Osifo to some question. Because when they invaded Iraq,
and they said they had intelligence enough that he had weapons of mass destruction.
UN want them not to go, but they disobeyed the UN. Am I right? The UN they did not obey UN. Even as we speak, fast strike they control. Let me say they control the executive arm there. And when they invade Iran, when they invade Iran, they bomb their nuclear site and whatever. See, we are not saying war. War is not good, but America actually continue.
Did you read the second and the third paragraph of that letter?
I listened to almost everything he said, but I did not hear when he said we come and remove Tinubu overthrown.
I have it on my phone, but it's basically about protecting the sovereignty of your country. Sometimes. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Oper.
You're welcome.
Just a shame, that another country, though in other normal circumstances, I don't think he has the right to just invade into another country. Like, it's like this government is, that these people, they are putting up with, I don't know how it is today, that they are trying to arrange in front of our ambassador. Is it true?
Yeah. And the news came out early this morning, on this show. It's something I've taken upon myself for the past 6 months. Every single week.
Because for the everything is does. It's not for his office. So it's a shame. What is the meaning about this? I don't know what to say anymore.
Trump said he's coming to do Nigeria, but I do hear from your station and other places that he's coming to fight against the people killing Christians. Well, I believe he's coming to stop the killings, most especially people killing innocent Nigerians. Kidnapped on a daily basis for years, and our security have not been able to do anything. What is really wrong with this country? Okay, fair for me. Janeki is talking to us as well. He says, I hear that China is trying to make some people think they're supporting the Nigerian government. I pity anyone thinking that the so-called Chinese support will help Nigeria. And maybe issues of religious oppression, but we're just being pretentious about it. Now, because the U.S. is raised to be Will G3 about the US comments now? Steve Ofer. Well, I'm sure what I can say they are coming to help us fight terrorists, killing whoever is our government, is because they are not up to the task of securing the citizens' lives. 100-0410. Hello, good evening.
Yes, your brother Okoyemi.
You're welcome.
Good evening. I don't support that word that says that is coming to avenge is Christians. So I'm coming.
From me, Johnny King says, Trump or no Trump, Nigeria is not a big deal. You can see the effects now. Let the president deal with it. It is not everything that is him.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm very good. Your name or where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Joby, calling from. I don't think it's true. You see, if Muslims will be narrating a petition, are you not going to come to the talk on the love letter? That is not to letter for.
To move fast and swift into another country, that's a love letter.
Very swift. Very swift.
Your love language goes.
Muslims are killed. As far as I'm concerned. You see, someone will come and kill these people that are disturbing us. And I don't think there's anything wrong. Chinese people think that is causing it. If you look inwardly, you see that it's mining. That's my understanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 0913-600-041. Continue what we're doing. And it's obvious enough that we have enough to discuss on the show as usual. We've got messages to Jonathan from City, or if the same Agboro here that is in Obafemi Owode local government here. I'm trying to understand, but this country is being misgoverned by Tinubu under the APC since 2023. So we put on the stores by the US. I'm sure by these US threats. This is Daniel. It's a message. Thank you. This is just having Sharia. I know for a fact you cannot have any law by Christian or constitution and secularism. This tells us that you said no blood of innocent Nigerians should be spilled on the altar of.
Hello, good evening, Ope.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you join us. Your name?
Trump speaker.
Everybody they fear now.
A bit can't fear with that one. A bit can't be. That is what he's looking for. But mind you, and so they are not looking for a base. Most of them, maybe near to settle. There's nowhere there is no killing. Let's be very clear. They should go to the Kivu in the country we're talking about. So Nigeria should say, please stop playing sentiment. No country can attack any country except you invite them. If you don't think that was done in Libya, the plan said no fly zone, and that's the reason why they were able to come and throw guns from the air. Nigeria should seek opinion from other FNR forces.
If the name Christian genocide is the problem, let's change it to Muslim genocide. That's Ama from Ogun State. Hello, good evening.
Well, now.
I'm all right. Your name, where are you calling from?
Madam Ifi.
You're welcome, Madam Ifi.
You see, as we common Nigerians, we don't want theory. If they come because me, Fulani, that me, I know a lot of so they open pass border there and touch you. That is it. Let it come and drive away these people for us, or massacre them. Let them leave our place so that our Nigerian food out for us. Food is so expensive in this country. Millions of Nigerians. Why the people are that stop it drive this bag away from this place for us?
I understand the frustration. I mean, for someone like me that I've stayed in the north, or listened to or see posts on social media, I've covered these things in their firsthand. Have you visited the IDP camp? You would ask a lot of questions. Maybe you would ask some of the vital questions I've asked on the show.
It is sad to be a small lecturer part-time at Unilag.
I'm okay, yeah.
The Igbo gun out like America, like France, or maybe about 6 nations that can help this country. If we seek the assistance, if they are to assist Nigeria, they are very, very welcome. But not threat. So me and manner. We said it. If I'm so hungry and I visited your home, the way you hide me, the way you treat, can make somebody do. No, what want to give me? I don't want. Now, to come down to fight on behalf of the Christians in this country, you want to bring the war, and you want to on Northwest. And if you bomb them, you must scatter because the war has started. So someone must take very from not only threatening Nigeria, he talk to China, he talk to other countries.
Right.
The way the man behaves, I'm listening, sir.
Just right.
He can't tell this country. Immediately, he comes to, I'm not a secondary citizen of this country. Give it to what?
Prince Wise, just stay at the farm. Stay at the farm. Let's sort that one. By the way, 7K for doing just doing CDS every Wednesday or be doing clearance. You will work. You will defend this country. You will defend this one. It's not just be doing copper woo up. Keja is texting us, but let's talk to this caller first. Hello, good evening.
Mr. Playemi.
You're welcome.
Good evening.
Okay. I actually thought I picked your call earlier.
Barrister Peter Oko that picked his call.
Let's go on. Let's go on.
Okay. Opinion and observation so far. I think this hula baloo by Donald Trump of America is purely politically. It has political motivation as far as I'm concerned. It's politically motivated party. They are trying to sell this card or play the card of a Christian genocide to America. Because if people have listened carefully just about the type of audience they must have been granted to American president. So probably they are using this card, the Christian genocide, to make sure. Because
I think wait, I'm coming. I think your theory is not even. It's more of a publicist with politics and 2027. And if you actually know the number of people that get killed, I remember the Iṛigwe, yes, the Iṛigwe Development Union of Plateau States. Their chairman was on my show. That even the media also are part of this conspiracy, that we always wait for the numbers to rise before we report it. That every single seem to have 10 or 20 or 50 before we escalate the issues. And I feel like that's an indictment on the part of the media. So I'm not sure if it makes Achogba Solomon from over 2 years we have no ambassador. Proud 2015 just to grab killing, insecurity, kidnappings, and hunger. And the pains that Nigerians have been going through since 2015. We took a huge dimension in May 2023. Unlike Libya, Trump did not say he's coming for Tinubu, but for the terrorists, and wants to negotiate and wants their negotiation with terrorists to continue. Anybody that has suffered directly from this evil by losing a loved one and lost their homes or inheritance would welcome Donald Trump. At least the president and the APC have allowed us some rest until 2027. Okay. Kayode from Ikoti is also texting and is saying of Donald Trump. I see what you do there, Mr. Kayode. We send genocide on the issue. Actually, Donald's primary responsibility is to protect lives and properties of the nation. Now we know.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Good to have you join us. Your name and where are you calling from?
This is Olarewaju calling from Ikoti.
Mr. Olarewaju, you're welcome to the show.
I don't have money. Africa, the world, we are suffering for our leaders. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. For so many years, 41, 43, there's Uganda somewhere as well. And then you ask questions, does longevity in office equal development? Cameroonians have been on, it would be 99. Well, Africa needs to sit back and tell themselves the truth. Put up your radio, the volume on your radio set, please.
Yes, I've done that. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry. The truth, whether Christian, Muslim, unity that will come, and then the other people will shuffle Christian. Correct Christian, not Mago Christian. It's not only Christians that are killed. Yes, our leaders have caused confusion among ourselves. The truth, whenever I watch pressure these people are, I don't know why these people, everybody you are from anywhere, that I will not love you. So far you do the right thing. I will not like you. I will not say you are from this one. They are saying a Christian. Not Muslim. This one. No. If they want to come, let them start from. They are sponsoring all these terrorists. That is my case. So that everywhere in Nigeria, whether Yoruba, Hausa, anywhere at all, these things will stop so that we have a breathing space.
Thank you.
I beg.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, some very interesting messages that I have here. Okay, now Trump issued a warning statement that he would invade the country if the killings continues. Why is our government now jittery now that America is involved? I wonder what would have prompted this action or statement from America if President Tinubu and his cabinet, that they all know how to do best, is propaganda, did terrorists without any positive result despite the huge plots. Would they have been able to trace? And you have also broken world record for yes. They find it difficult to appoint ambassadors from Ijagemo community. Okay. Mr. Roberts, thank you very much. I got your message. I just have to do the needful so that we don't pick the wrong narrative on this show. Yes, that's actually what I had to do. That was why I had to take that collar off. I don't mean to be rude, and apologies. Join us.
We have a lot of questions to ask. Conscience of the nation, my dear. What is the position of all the under whose watch? Under whose watch? I'm not talking sense. What is their position of whose watch? I'm calling him out because there is fire on the mountain. Don't. Food for thought. Good afternoon.
States, irrespective of maybe we have a secular state is actually different from the one a lot of people know. Okay, good evening to you. I'm Ezelon Doom from Abeson State. The truth is that Nigerians are getting killed daily. The truth is that most times our soldiers are sabotaged and are also being killed. The truth is that our government is only I didn't have so many calls, so much messages on Facebook. From Victor Jimmy Ufort says, good afternoon to you, my friend. I really love and appreciate your long epistle this afternoon. May the Lord continue to bless you. Up till now, I've not gotten through what Donald Trump said is coming to do. Benjamin, he says, good evening. I want to say they are coming here. And John says, good evening to you, Oga. But please tell President Tinubu not to be deceived by China backing him. And for those going against Trump, threats to fight Trump's threats, but we have been agitating for this ambassador since. Actually, I agree with you. Banjo Latif says, my name is Banjo Abdulatif. The statement that Donald Trump said is very wrong. Firstly, he specifically said Christians are okay, let me try and take this message again. Banjo Abdulatif says, good evening to you. The statement that Donald Trump said is very wrong. Firstly, he specifically said Christians are killed and not Muslim. A president shouldn't say such a thing. Well, your message is not really clear. Lariola Comey says President Tinubu should, as a matter of urgency, put measures in place in ensuring that no undesirable element is living till the end of the year. President Donald Trump's arrogance has allowed him to throw caution to the wind by saying his men would invade Nigeria, just coloration would not fly. President Tinubu should appoint ambassadors. Some people would have been calling them different names now that he has not appointed them. Now there's no, it's Kabir Adegbero says, honestly, I love President Donald Trump's warning to come and crush all bandits. Can you see how the government officials have been running up and down? To me, this action by Trump will let the people in authority do the right thing now. John Bernardo, he says, nobody should force NYSC member into military service. Owen Nat says, I'm afraid, but I will have to be myopic with my perception about this. I would rather take my chances with the U.S. coming into Nigeria and fighting those state actors, irrespective of the consequences, than being a victim of those attacks. While waiting for this set of political visa holders that are even ready to grant the devil full pardon. That's Owen from Lagos. Okay, where was patriotism where these treasonable felons were chasing power in 2014, 2015, bloody hypocrites? That is the number one unpatriotic, undemocratic hypocrite showing his face on camera. Nemesis will catch up with them. Well, it is the terrorists that Donald Trump said he would come and eliminate and not otherwise. We have to go. Thank you. Thank you so much for everyone for being a part of the production on the show today. Unfortunately, our guests couldn't join us, but we had a good time. Let's do this again tomorrow by 4 p.m. with Sage Babalola. But by 1 p.m., it's midweek politics. And then we'll have a conversation around the demolition going on in Oworosho tomorrow. And also the Jacking Pelo and Side Far would also be on the show. Stick around. Next up is Mainland FM Global News. And by 6 o'clock, I would also come back. It's big night, UEFA Champions League. Big games to look out for. We'll discuss all of those and more.